Elon Musk just said something really shocking about Twitter. He told everyone how the platform really works, and it's not a pretty picture. Musk says that Twitter is full of bots that make people feel bad and spread false information. He also said that Twitter has not done enough to deal with this problem. So, what should we do? This is a very bad thing for the social media side. In an interview earlier in June 2022, Elon Musk talked about how the Twitter deal was going. Let's listen to what he said, but first, click the bell icon and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Musk's concerns that he brought up in the interview are important. How will it change the buying of the Twitter? Does this change the future of Twitter as a social media site? Stick around till the end and we've got you covered. Elon Musk found out during the deal-making process that a lot of social media platform users were bots and fake accounts. He also saw that a lot of spam was coming from the accounts. Elon Musk then wondered if many of the interactions on Twitter were with bots or fake accounts. How many of those even happen? What was the point of a social media platform where spam and propaganda were everywhere? So he decided to stop the deal and tell everyone about the Twitter's dirty little secret. He wrote on Twitter that the deal couldn't go forward until he knew more about the bot problem on Twitter. You may be wondering why we call this Twitter's dirty little secret. Well, Twitter's lawyers found out that Musk had broken a non-disclosure agreement that he made his claim. Even with an NDA, Twitter and its lawyers would have liked to keep these details secret. However, this is not possible when Elon Musk is around. Twitter didn't do a very good job of dealing with Elon Musk's news. They just gave a typical business response, saying that they were determined to finish the deal. They didn't promise to fix the problem or suggest ways to keep it from happening again. Some mainstream media outlets decided to give the news that Elon shared a bad spin. They said that Musk was trying to get out of the deal with Twitter, but the public saw right through it. Users of the social media sites have been complaining for years that bots and fake accounts ruined their experience. There were many times when these accounts tricked people or spread false information. So, Musk was talking to the public about a problem that people had been complaining about for years. Let's look at what information is available to the public. So Twitter is a public company, and it has to report to the SEC, which is the US securities regulator. And their filings, Twitter usually said that less than 5% of their accounts were fake. But according to what Elon Musk said, this number could be as high as 20%. So think about it, 1 in 5 accounts could be fake or made by bots. How many of the people you talk to on social media are really bots? Musk said at a technology conference in May 2022, "The more questions I ask, the more worried I get." So at the end of the day, getting at has to be something that can be fixed in a reasonable amount of time and without causing revenue to drop along the way. Later, Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal tweeted that the company's internal estimates for the last 4 quarters were all well under 5%. Elon Musk sent a poop emoji in response to the CEO's tweet thread. He also sent a tweet to the Securities and Exchange Commission asking them to look into the deal. So, in response to the Elon Musk's news and the growing public concern about the Twitter's bot problem, the company gave Elon Musk access to its so-called fire hose of tweets and gave him access to tweets from the past. So, think of the fire hose as a flood of all tweets that people post on the platform. And you can read these tweets in almost real time. But here's the tricky part. The fire hose will just give Elon Musk the millions of tweets that are made every day. But how does that help figure out what the problem is with fake account and bots? This is what's called a data dump by most people. It's a common way to handle a legal case. When this strategy is used, one side sends the other side a huge amount of data or documents in order to overwhelm them with data and documents. Experts on social media say that Twitter's fire hose is a public stream of tweets with so much data that it isn't possible to look through it for spam or fake accounts. That's exactly what Elon Musk has to deal with. He and his data scientists need to find a way to sort through all this information and figure out how bad Twitter's bot problem really is. People who have looked at the Twitter's data say that it's hard to make sense of it quickly because of how much of it there is and how much computing power, infrastructure, and expertise is needed to analyze it. Over the years, many companies have paid for access to Twitter's firehose, but they have had months or even years to build the tools and skills they need to understand and use the data. Over the years, about a dozen companies have paid to use the firehose. Elon Musk could use Twitter's firehose to look for signs of fake or spam accounts, such as when an account posts more tweets than a real person could in a short amount of time. But these kinds of discoveries could also include automated tweets that spread useful or fun information like weather alerts or photos of cute animals. He also said that it could miss smart bots that act like people. At the same time, Twitter's firehose doesn't include things like IP addresses, phone numbers, and other private information that could help prove that certain accounts belong to real people. If Elon Musk comes up with his own estimate of spam accounts, it's unlikely that it would be the same as Twitter's estimate. Twitter has said that its number comes from multiple human reviews of a random sample of thousands of accounts, as well as user data that it doesn't share. Elon Musk would have to find a way to do what they do to have a good argument against what they do. The limitation of the data from the firehose could have a big impact on how the percentages of users are calculated. The firehose doesn't give information about the people who use the platform to read tweets but don't post themselves. This is likely a large number of people who use platform. That means it can't be used to estimate the total number of fake accounts to compare with any other estimate. Elon Musk and Twitter would also have to agree on what a fake or spam account is. There is no one definition of these terms, and companies usually don't share theirs because that could be used to get around safety measures. Lastly, let's look at how Elon Musk plans to fix the problems of bots on Twitter. In May 2022, Elon Musk complained on Twitter the bots are made about being counted. But in all seriousness, Musk has some ideas for the future of Twitter. In June 2022, Elon Musk took part in the Twitter town hall. He talked about what he wanted to do with the company and said that he planned to go through with a purchase. He said, "I want Twitter to help us build a better, more stable society where we have a better understanding of what reality is." He also hoped that the service would help people better understand the nature of the universe, as much as is possible to understand. The verification process could be a way to solve one of the Twitter's biggest problems, which is that it's hard to know who to trust. Twitter could let anyone who is willing to prove they are who they say they are use its verification process and charge a small processing fee. That would set the stage for improving the timeline so that by default, you only see tweets, replies, and direct messages from verified users. There could still be a way to allow unverified content, but users would have to choose to do so. Also, follower counts would be changed so that only verified users would be shown. This would give a more accurate picture of who one's audience is. This would make it much harder for bot farms to make new accounts, and people who have been banned from the Twitter wouldn't be able to sign up again with a new email address and a disposable phone number. People who don't want to pay the small fee to get verified would still be able to use the Twitter as they always have. This would bring in more money for Twitter because advertisers would be happy to pay more if they knew that ads were being shown to real people, and that's a wrap. Thanks for watching till the end. Comment what's your opinion about this information Elon Musk exposed classified Twitter information. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for all the latest updates about Elon Musk.